daughter.
Wait, sorry, hang on. Okay, I'm good now. Sorry.
So who was going upstairs to talk to the daughters?
Kari.
Okay. Kari, you make your way up.
I go up there
Bulgren
and I knock
will
on the door.
Bulgren follows?
Yeah, just to have him in there.
I knock on the door.
Yeah?
Hey, it's your Aunt Kari. Can I come in?
Oh, on Kari, okay.
Yeah.
Bulgren again, I mean,
just gonna look at Lily.
when the three of these
How
are
much
together,
trouble are we
I
in?
mean, it absolutely looks like they're just sisters.
Right.
I mean, Kari
well,
looks...
all humans look alike to Bulgren.
Yeah, but, I mean, they look all the same age.
Hey, girls.
So, how much trouble are we in?
Oh, with me? None. I'm kind of proud.
Oh, don't worry, I smoothed it all
Mom
out.
and Dad.
You girls are fine.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. You will be fine. But I have a proposition for you. Your mother and I, and we'll drag along your father, want to go check out this gnome. I'm going to be honest with you. And let's face it, we're kind of missing the whole, you guys got us into, your mother and I missing doing something, and you know, your mom can't sit still when something bad happened to you guys. So we want to go see if we can track this gnome, but there is no way they will go unless I can guarantee that you two will stay in this town. You can stay in the temple, you can eat whatever you want, you can go shopping, you can go watch the duels, whatever. The dwarf stays with you, though, and my new priest.
I never agreed to that.
So, we have to stay in the town at the temple for how long?
In Immersea. You can go around Immersea. You don't have to, like, just stay in the temple, but you need somebody else with you just, you know, just in case. Whether that's Bulgren or one of the guards that will be around here, or the really hot priest, you know, whatever works. And, well, to be honest, this guy sends me a really bad package with threats to you and to me, and so kind of need to check it out, because if it's a threat to me, then it's a threat to Shiraz. Do that, though,
threatening us?
Mom's going to be worried about you guys. They're going after me, but they did make threats at you guys. So that's why she won't leave unless she knows you're safe. I'm not going to lock and key you somewhere. We just want you to stay in Immersea for a little bit while we go track this down.
But how long's a little bit? I mean, we're just a few weeks or something?
Well, hopefully just a few weeks, because I'm going to have to return to my duties. So it's not like we could be gallivanting around for years. I have to return to my duties with the temples, so it's not like we're going to be gone that long.
I look at Jax.
Jazz is like, what happens if we say no? Do we get locked back up?
Yeah, and like, is there a time limit? Because, like, what if you guys don't come back?
We will come back. And Mark, stop it. We will come back. We've been through hell and beyond, and a different timeline that I'm the only one who remembers. So trust me when I say we will be back. And let's face it, I got Shiraz with me. You don't doubt Shiraz, do you? But we did, what I got as a threat were manacles from It's a Slaver. And so we have to make sure you guys are safe. I'm being totally honest with you, and I'm not going to lie to you and say why not. But part of it's missing the adventure, and part of it is the fact that you guys were threatened, I've been threatened, and we got to do something about it. But we need to keep you safe, but not locked up. Not like your father would lock you up in Iron Pine. I mean, you can go back to Iron Pine if you would prefer, but I just want to keep you safe, and you can do a lot here at Emercy. Or if we're gone a certain amount of time, which we can discuss with your mother, my captain could take you somewhere.
I look at Jackson, kind of like.
Take us where? Like a
well,
boat?
We'd be able to stay here for a while, which, you know, we've only ever been here for like a few days at a time. That's kind of cool, but I mean, if it's too long.
So why don't I get your mom, and we discuss that if it's over a certain amount of time, then the captain, who I trust with my own life and who I will keep hired on, can take you to the next port to check that city out. See? So you get to, like, travel. And I will pay for it all.
But Bolgren will still be our babysitter?
I look at Bolgren.
I never agreed to that, as he takes another drink.
Spending money and beer. Lots of beer. And he's not your babysitter. He's just like an extra guard. I even have guards now. They're kind of, you know, sometimes it's annoying, but he can heal.
Bolgren steps into the room.
Get in trouble.
He puts his stein down on the nearest flat surface. He says, "Lasses, let me just tell you, it was wrong of me to keep it from you, but your parents insisted, and, you know, I've known your father for quite a while, and he thought it was for the best, but I've seen you in action, and I trust you, and I hope you trust me to know that I'd watch your back any time. I'd love to adventure with you, but, you know, we are still learning our roles in this great big world. If you wish to go, I can be there for you, but I'm not going to be your babysitter. I'll be your traveling companion."
Oh, that's much better. I don't think we quite need babysitters anymore. That was kind of the point of leaving.
Yeah, Muradin knows I'm too old to be watching babies, and you lasses aren't babies. So, if you wish to go, I could oblige you.
What do you think, Lily?
So, what kind of time limit do you think? 3 months? 2 months?
3 months isn't bad. How about 2 months? And then we can go. She says there's a captain. We could see, like, if we could go see the next city.
Suzelle. It's even bigger than here.
Yes. Let's ask if we can do that. And isn't there a temple in Suzelle? So she might say yes.
Maybe. Probably Shiraz and Maliki.
So, should I get your mother up here so we can discuss the details?
Do you think she's gonna go for that?
I said your mother, not your father. She probably will. I hope. Maybe. But guards, lots of guards. And this captain, like I said, I trust with my own life. And if I'm trusting him with yours, that says something, doesn't it? I'm going to kill your Uncle Bastion for not answering, because this would have been so much easier if he was here. So, what do you guys say?
Alright.
Alright, I'll go get your mother, and then we will discuss the details before you agree. That way, it's all kosher. Jazz just kind of looks over at Lily. Why do I feel like we're missing something?
It does kind of seem a little too good to be true.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, if this is real, then Mom's not going to go for it. And if it's not real, then
we're missing something.
Yeah. Kari leaves to go get Kira.
Okay. Bolgren, Jazz, and Lily, you have some time to discuss things if you like, or you can just wait for Kira to return.
Lass says, I'll level with ya. As he walks over, tests the bed with his hand to make sure it's nice and comfy, and then hoists himself up and slams down on it, making the two girls hop up a couple inches. Your parents, they're not as mad as they seem. They're actually pretty proud of you. You held your own out there. I was able to smooth it over, but I think that once they leave, if you're to adventure, your best bet is to go out right away, if you know what I mean. I don't think they'd be cross with you. They're very proud of you. And I'm proud of you too.
Right, but weren't they just negotiating with us so that we would stay safe and that we could go adventure as long as we went with the captain and stuff?
From what I understood from the speech that they had downstairs, neither one of them expects you to actually stick to that. As he winks at him.
Oh, aren't you a little instigator?
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't get any impression that they were expecting you not to stick to it.
That's exactly what Baywin said.
Oh.
Kari fully intended for them
that's
to
why That's why he was laughing when he told Kari to go ahead and try to convince them to stay here.
Kari fully expects them to hold their end of the deal. That's why she's being totally honest with them.
Dun dun dun.
See what Kira says.
So,
okay.
I'm going back downstairs, because me stein is empty. And if you need me, that's where I'll be. As he hops back off with a big thump, 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 as he stomps out the room. Then stomp, stomp, stomp back in, grabs the stein, smiles, and stomp, stomp, stomp. Disappears down the hall.
Okay, you pass Kari and Kira as they're walking by.
Ladies, stomp, 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 stomp.
What do you think?
Unless they're carrying beer, he doesn't care.
So...
I'm so confused.
I don't get it. So they want us to stay here, but they don't expect us to anyway?
I don't know. Like, Aunt Kari seemed to expect us to, but I guess Mom and Dad don't? I don't know.
Well, we did kind of leave without permission. Sort of. Which I can kind of understand their point of view.
Well, I guess we'll see what Mom says. See if this is, like, real or not, or is it a trap to see if he'll sneak out again?
Maybe we could do something else.
What if we didn't abide by the 2 months, but we used the ship to go to the next city?
Or maybe we could do our part to help. Because if we find out what lead they chase, then maybe we'll be able to ferret out another one and help. Gather some information, if nothing else. Suzail might know more about these. What did they call it?
Iron Ring, some consortium? Something like that.
So we're gonna have to find out more, but they totally would never go for that.
So so if it's for real, we agree to it, and then we figure out what lead they're following, and we go to Suzail, in the ship and everything, so we can always claim that, hey, we did what you told us to, we had your captain, guardian person take us, and we go to Suzail and follow the other leads.
Hey, it's a possibility. Of course, they didn't really tell us much about this fox and threat thing, so I don't have no idea what's going on. But
So
I mean,
let's ask.
if they're threatening us, we should be involved, right?
Right. So let's make sure we ask. Because if Aunt Kari is saying they're going to be honest with us, then they need to tell us, right?
Right.
Okay, Bulgrin, as you pass the sisters, they have a very stern look on their face, and I'm guessing they really don't respond to you, because I think they still blame you. But, you continue
Bulgrin
downstairs.
will use his stealth and sneak by them.
Why do I think that because...
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
So sneaky.
Baywin is sitting at the bar, and he's got a frosty cold one. He looks up at you, kicks out his seat, kicks out the stool next to him, and you just go down, and he's got one poured for you. And you guys just sit there in silence and drink like men.
Damn right we do.
Okay, now this is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Mothers, mother
You
and
mean
aunt.
because we're, like, talking to ourselves, both of us?
Yes.
Pretty much.
This is what role players are made for. Come on, you can do this.
I will say, after tonight, the conversations with yourselves should cease. On a regular basis, at least. Because we'll have a nice little split. But, mother and aunt, you enter the room. As Lily and Jazz have all their sheets tied together like a rope hanging out the window as they're climbing down.
So, girls, I told you I'd bring your mom back, and here she is, and we're going to be honest, and we're going to negotiate a good deal that you're going to abide by, and we're going to abide by, right? Lots of spending money, probably some new weapons for you guys, since I know you don't like the pretty clothes, which really kind of sucks. Anyway... I look at Kerrigan. Why is Bastion not here when we need him the most?
The best part is the young daughters have no experience, haven't played their hand yet. It's like cards, and Kira and Kari are like, we'll shower you with this, give you this if you listen to us. And the young ones are like, yeah, keep it coming.
Yep. Okay.
It's alright, when this fails, they'll send Baywin in there. He'll seal the deal.
Pretty much. So, what's this about a deal?
Okay, well, what I proposed to the girls was that they stay here.
I'm watching the girls' faces while it's explained.
And here...
An insight.
Oh, there you go. At the temple. And I really should roll persuasion, shouldn't I?
Depends if you're going to try to force them to do what you want to do.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to force them right now. Okay, so the girls will stay here and at the temple, but they can go out into the city. And they will have Bulgrin here with them, possibly, if the dwarf little shithead will stay. They will have the priest here, the high priest of the temple, looking after them, along with a few guards, so they can go in the city as long as they've got some with them.
He's still drinking.
That is awesome,
dude. You had like you have a faulty mug, and it just
falls off his stool. Damn stools are too high.
sorry, Kelly. Go back.
Oh wait, I didn't add that to my. Hold on. All right, let me try again. I forgot to put my stat in there.
It doesn't matter. You rolled a
because
natural
added
one.
To a
yeah,
one,
nailed
it's
it.
so much better.
You still rolled a natural one.
I know. It's it's funny.
Go on. I apologize for Mitch.
Okay, so they can go
I
out,
apologize
they can
for
go
nothing.
shopping. We leave them with basically they will want for nothing from me. And then within a certain amount of time that's negotiated by you, I look at my sister. If they are getting antsy and we are not back, although I said that it really shouldn't be too long since I have duties and we are we don't waste time. Then within that negotiated time, they can use my captain, who you know I trust with my life. He's been with me for what, 15, 20 years now? Something like that?
He's actually been with you about the last 4 years.
4 years, okay. He's been with me the last 4 years.
But every day.
I trust him completely. Yeah, he's never left my side. He could take them to the next city where there's a temple, so that they can stay there, and they can explore that city, so that they can travel some and see some cities while having guards and people looking after them and a temple to shield them if we are not back in a certain amount of time. What do you think, Kira? Jazz is just looking at Lily. And then at her mom.
Well, what do you girls think of this? Are you agreeing to it?
Well, we like the idea, right, Lily?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really spent much time in the city, and we were always, like, here for, like, an event or something, and then we had to leave, and we never really got to explore.
So we like that cool. And then we could go to the next city, which would be really cool. But we just want to know what's going on, that you and Aunt Kari are going to go after somebody. Like, what actually got sent here that was supposedly like an attack on us and Aunt Kari? Like, why is it that we need armed guards?
Or is that just because you're afraid we're gonna leave again? Does Kira's insight kick in on that, or do we have to roll, like, opposing rolls for her?
It only comes down to if the girls are trying to lie to you. So if they're actively trying to lie...
Not trying to lie, though.
Okay, let me think here.
I'm just trying to figure out, because what I'm trying to see is, would Kita notice that they are, for one, finagling for information, and for two, maybe not necessarily lying, but kind of like hedging the edge in order to, you know what I mean?
If the girls decide they want to actively roll, I guess it would be persuasion. They can make rolls against your insight. If they're not going to actively roll, then I will assume they're taking 10, which will be 10 plus their skill in persuasion, and your 20 beats it. So if they're not actively rolling, you can interpret their true meaning. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, what do you think, Cal? Should we actively roll?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys be hiding your intentions.
Well, we are. Well, we're trying to hide the intention of investigating on our own.
Right, but are we doing that quite yet? Because we don't even know what's going on yet.
Gotcha. Okay, both of you just give me a perception, an advanced perception, and an advanced deception roll.
Okay, so for like perception from our older ones and deception from our younger, or
I'm sorry, for the younger characters, an advanced persuasion and an advanced deception roll.
What do you mean by advanced?
It will apply to all of your persuasions and deceptions going forward.
Okay, so we're just rolling.
Roll once.
There's nothing.
Right,
okay.
Right.
All right. I got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So
we suck.
The girls.
We really suck.
The girl's true intentions are crystal clear to her mother. So you can use that you can use that information to do in-character reactions. So, in other words, Kira knows they're asking questions because they're curious as to what happened to them, and you can tell that they want to kind of look into it themselves off to the side too.
Or that they're up to something about it, having to do with it.
They're definitely up to something. And I mean, you could look at it like, well, you know,
if it were me,
this box was dropped off in the city. If they're confined to the city, there's still a lot they can get into. There's 1,500 people here.
Yeah. Not to mention if there are any ties to the Iron Ring Consortium.
Right.
And they end up finding them. They're in deep shit.
So, just like a mother can usually tell that what their little teenager is lying or, you know, something like that. I mean, it's clear and evident to Kira. And Kari, you can make a roll also. You can make a insight roll if you choose. And if you roll a 15 and above, you will get the same feeling as Kira. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Kira,
Okay.
she just looks at Jazz. Here's the one that spoke initially. Then at Lily. Then at Kari. And says, "You do realize they're my daughters, right?"
Oh, yeah. I know.
Eowyn is going to kill me for this.
Because I know exactly what they're thinking as you do. Because it would be exactly what we would be doing. They are very much your daughters.
She
That's why I kind of like them.
takes a finger and just kind of rubs her brow like, oh, being a mom sucks.
And this is why I'm just a fun aunt.
Yeah. Right. She stands to her full height, gives an intimidating, stance, look, glare,
It's on now.
crosses her arms, and says, "What exactly are you thinking you can do that won't land your ass in trouble? Either with us, your parents, or with who knows who you're going to run across. Because now you're just asking for danger. Whereas before, I could understand you wanted a little bit of an adventure and you went on a caravan going to see your aunt, which should have been fairly safe, but wasn't. And now you're going to actively seek it out? Really? Balin, get your ass up here!"
No, Mom, don't get Dad. Please don't get Dad.
Do you open the door and yell out?
Oh, hell yeah!
Baywin, you've been paged
Summoned.
as it echoes through the
Oh,
freaking
girls,
temple.
what did I tell you about just being honest? This would go so much better if you would just be straightforward with your mother.
As Baywin turns to Bulger and says, so tell me again, what year is this?
You ignore it?
Yes, I pretend I did not hear it.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
You are looking, staring down the hallway, and you do
Mark
not
knows
see
exactly what I'm talking about.
you do not see your husband running your way.
Okay, so girls, how about we get some honesty going, before your mother kills your father?
I think the Temple of Pleasure has been cleared out by everyone but this family.
Today's a good day for us to go shopping. Yay, shopping! That will bring us pleasure. Everyone out. Let's go.
Happy Temple.
I can't stop laughing.
There are times, as a husband, you actively don't hear what your wife said. You just go, and then I was, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm assuming Kira is going to yell again.
Because the best phrase is, it's always better to ask forgiveness than permission.
But most wives can't get you in their sleep.
There is that
Really?
Okay, Kira, you're standing out in the hallway waiting for him to come, and you're looking down there, and every second that ticks by, you are getting more and more pissed off. To the point where you find yourself stomping down the hallway.
Also, as a husband, you have to gauge the range of the voice. You know,
you
cross that line.
You swear you hear Bulgren trying to stealth upstairs, and he's coming this way.
He was down here drinking with me. But...
I'm talking about giant footprints of a dwarf. Or giant footfalls of a dwarf.
Oh, gotcha.
As you look at the top of the stairs, and your wife is just staring at you.
Hey, hun. Did you need something?
Do you know what your daughters want to do?
That's not the tone that she says. She screams it. Because she is probably about 80 feet away. Do you know what your daughters want to do? And the acoustics in this temple are amazing. He's drinking a beer.
Do you need me up there or something?
Oh, do you want me to leave this for me to handle?
I'm simply asking if my presence is needed up there.
She, huffs, glares, and then turns and walks away.
Well, my dwarven friend, I should probably go upstairs or I'm probably not going to get any for the rest of my life. He claps him on the shoulder, puts down downs the last of his beer, sets it down, and starts heading upstairs.
Good thing you humans don't live very long.
Yep. Baywin will make his way up there.
Okay, Kari, and the twins, do you have a side conversation as Mommy Dearest is gone?
She's in so much trouble.
I'm just telling them, wow, you guys sure know how to, dig your hole deeper if you just be straightforward. This could have worked with your mother. But no, we think we can deceive your mother. Yeah, that doesn't work. Trust me.
I just give this look like a almost wince and wait for them to come in the room.
Okay. Kira enters the room, even angrier. You guys heard her yelling, and Baywin is kind of entering the room. I'm guessing you're angry too, that you're getting yelled at.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting dragged back into this. I'm getting pissed.
Now you've got two angry people, a mediator, and then two kids that are like, fuck, when's our punishment? Go on.
Welcome to the Natashi family. Hello.
Grey Hill.
So
I am really glad we're not trying to recruit today with tours or anything.
So, how about if you girls explain exactly to your father what you were thinking?
That we want to know what it is that Aunt Kari got exactly that was putting us in danger or her in danger, that would warrant, Mom and Aunt Kari and I assume you to go after somebody. And we were hoping, and I'm looking at Lily for some help as she doesn't even try to help me, to help out a little bit while we stay here with our guards like we're told to.
Really? I mean, we could keep an ear out and maybe we'll hear something. Right?
Uncle Bastion taught us.
And we can go to Suzelle and maybe find out.
I think I got this. I think I understand where they're coming from, and it's a valid point. I mean, you know, they're adventurers now, right? Right, girls? As Baywin looks at you.
Who is he looking at?
He's looking at the girls.
Oh, okay.
Jazz's mouth drops open because she's not really sure what to do with her dad saying this.
Do you really mean that?
Yeah, sure. You've proven yourselves on the battlefield. You've saved this tree guy Richie, and you've done well, right?
Yeah, we did. We did really well.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. As I take a step further into the room, and you know you've shown that you can handle yourselves and survive and you know and get along without mom and dad looking over your shoulder.
Well,
Somewhat.
somewhat.
No,
Right.
somewhat. No. I think you're doing a great job. I mean, you know, you were only turned into goblins. I mean, how often is that going to happen, right? Am I right?
Kira's standing there, arms crossed.
By drinking
but
some
tapping.
crazy, you know, wine that was just handed to you by some guy that you trusted, right? I mean, who hasn't done that, right? As I look over to Kira.
The same guy, and Jazz stopped. She was about to say the same guy that Dad said to watch over us, but she stopped.
And the fact that that you know you were you know whisked away magically to this magical talking tree and just went ahead and went in without realizing any kind of danger or anything like that. I mean, that's what adventures are made about, right?
We knew there was danger. We had to help Richie. You guys taught us we had to help those in need, and Richie was dying. We knew what we were getting into with Richie.
Yes. Richie was actually begging for help, and it just seemed like what Maliki wanted me to do.
Right. So obviously this crazy gnome that gave you some sort of potion that turned you guys into goblins and possibly could have gotten you killed. I mean, she's somebody that you guys can definitely go after and take down, right?
No, that's
No, that's
you guys
not-
are going after him. We're staying in the city with our guards as we're told to. We're just gonna.
We were just gonna, listen. Maybe we'd hear something.
Well, so let me get this straight. You're going to stay in the temple and listen and see if you hear something from the people who are in the temple?
Well, in the town.
Oh, so you're going to wander around the town aimlessly and just talk to strangers and try to find out what's going on?
No, we're just gonna see if anyone starts talking about like Aunt Kari or Sharess or anything like that. And that was we still have our guards with us. It's not like we're gonna go out by ourselves. We'll do as we're told. In that regard,
Come on. I don't even fall for that anymore.
Jazz is actually being sincere. Just FYI.
So is he.
Look, girls, and Baywin moves over and sits on the bed. Girls, I know you're growing up, as he bites his lip a bit, and all the stories that you've heard from us and your aunt Kari, as he turns and looks at Kari, gives her the stink eye.
She just kind of shrugs.
Have built up in your minds this fantasy of what it's like to be an adventurer, but there's times that it's not so great. And we care about you, and we want to keep you safe. Doing this kind of thing just puts your lives in danger, and we don't want to have anything bad happen to you. So this is me asking you to just let us do what we do, and you guys just grow. How are you going to grow? Just don't go seeking trouble out.
Did I get all mushy on us just now?
Yeah, really.
Well, he tried the reasoning sarcasm. He's trying this avenue now.
Lily looks at Jazz. And then looks back at Baywin and says, yeah, but we kind of feel like I don't know, maybe some of this is our fault or something, and we want to help. Like, I mean, what can we do to help fix it? And, I mean, you guys are going to go do whatever, and we kind of want to do our own part, and I know we can't do much. That's why we figured if we just stick to the cities, then, but she, like, looks down at her hands and kind of, like, fidgets.
It's just, we're gonna always be your parents, and you're always gonna be our little children, and that's the crossroads we're at right now. You guys are ready to take that next step, and maybe we're not ready to let go, but we're not gonna be there. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen on this next journey that we take? So you two have to look out for each other, and you have to. I mean, you're gonna have to take care of each other.
We do take care of each other.
You know what I mean?
Well, we always stick together.
But we won't
always
be
stick
there
with
to
family.
catch you when you fall.
But we weren't there when we helped Richie or we became goblins either. But we did okay. I mean, we didn't. Aunt Kari didn't find us till after that. So
Right.
You should have some faith in us too.
Afterwards. We're not going to
After
be
we
there
fixed
next
it.
time.
But we'd already fixed it.
You're not going to have a Temple of Sharess to take refuge in. You're not going to have an Ankari that comes looking for you. You're not going to have Mom and Dad come looking for you. That's what I'm trying to say. You're going to be on your own.
Looks at Kari. Aunt Kari said we have passage into any of the temples if we ever need it.
Yeah, because she gave us the symbols and everything.
And that's just if we need it. And otherwise, we'll be okay. We're not doing anything awful. It's not like we're like, oh, you guys do that, so we're gonna run for the hills and
I don't think you understand.
And
Jazz, as Baywin grabs Jasmine's hands, says, "My Jasmine, we're not going to be there."
Right. But Lily and I have each other. You let us make you proud, or you can protect us.
You make me proud every day, but we're not going to be there.
But when do we get to grow up? I mean, yeah, we might have made some, not so great decisions.
I'm not worried about any of that stuff. I'm just letting you know, we are not going to be there. You two, you're going to have to rely on each other.
Okay.
Right?
I think they're both kind of confused right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Baywin stands up. He takes each of you. He grabs your faces and kisses your foreheads, and then steps up. He looks at Kira and says, "That's what I have to say." And he walks out.
What the hell happened to Baywin? Kari yells at Baywin as he leaves.
Kira watches the whole thing just quietly. Her tapping eventually stops, and then she watches Baywin leave and goes, "Damn that man." And she's quiet for a minute, then looks over at the girls. He's right. We won't always be here to bail you out. And as much as we always want to be. And we know that you're getting older and that you're way too much like me. She kind of rolls her eyes at herself.
Kari just laughs.
What, like you too?
Yup. Hey, they were agreeing to keep guards with them. I thought that was impressive because you and I never would have done that.
Well, we'd have ditched them. Duh.
True.
But still, don't do that. We have to let go sometime. I don't know that I'm ready for it to be right now. Which is why Kari is trying to put so many safeguards around us leaving or not. I really don't want you to investigate this without help. Reliable help. And I don't know that you're as worldly enough to do it safely. And I hope you take that into consideration while we're gone. And then Lily's kind of like, so, you're gonna let us stay then?
And we'll keep the guards with us or go with the captain to the next city if you guys don't come back right away?
If it were my choice, I'd rather you stay in the temple the entire time. But, like I said, you're way too much like us. And as much as your father hates to admit it, he also has the adventurer's heart. And I don't think he'd be able to sit still either. But, so long as you do have some sort of protection with you at all times when you are outside of these walls, then you're free to roam the safe parts of the city.
The entire cities.
And if it comes... Yeah. Not to her. She's a mother. And if it comes that we're not back in a few months, and you want to explore somewhere else, then we did establish there is definitely a temple in Suzail, right? Of Shress and Maliki or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But I know of Shress, but I don't know about Maliki.
Maliki's temples are, at least I'm going to take creative license here, and they're going to be more in woodland areas and stuff like that.
Okay, but there's at least one of Shress, which is the main one.
Right, because Kari has been doing a lot of work in Cormyr.
Which is why she's antsy to go do something.
So, as long as you go to Suzail only, and when you arrive, you go straight to the temple and announce your arrival. You stay there while you're there, and Kari will arrange that if you do arrive, you will have a place to stay, and guards who will continue to watch over you, unless said guards from here could go with you.
I'm sure they could. We could arrange that.
And we'll arrange, I guess, for Bolgren to go with you, but
Yay!
be careful, because he's not quite so insightful as you guys are.
Or sober.
So, so be careful, because he's easily duped, obviously.
Yeah, he is. For priest, he really is. It's kind of
like... You're not there.
It's kind of,
I am here, damn it.
Actually. So, but girls, the deal is that I know you're going to say, oh, they're treating us like babies. We have to have a guard. We have to have this. Please just do it. Because if you don't, this will break your mother's trust completely.
Exactly. And this is a measured amount of freedom while we're not here to see how you handle yourself. And if it goes well, maybe we'll consider loosening the reins going forward. We just try to understand our point of view as well, because letting my only children go out into the big, dangerous, wide world is not a comfortable feeling.
I hate to admit it, but you guys have been shielded a lot more than your mother and I were. So you gotta take these baby steps. Get a little bit more experience. And this will give you that experience and that trust from your mother.
And your father was right. Try not to flaunt your heritage so much.
Keep your signet rings hidden and keep the Sharess signets hidden as well, except if you're entering the temple. Jazz is looking okay, so, but you guys are going to be okay, right? Because you really haven't gone anywhere like this since, well, I don't remember you or Dad leaving much. Like, you'd go visit Aunt Kari, but...
Well, yeah, we haven't been actively adventuring for a while, but that doesn't mean we don't keep our skills honed.
Okay. And you taught me well, so I know you're good, Mom. You'll be okay. Will Dad be okay, though?
Exactly. Your father will be fine. He thrives in the wild.
That much is true.
Lily's like, well, yeah, he did teach me everything. So.
Not quite everything, but enough.
Wow. What he would teach his daughter. What was fit to teach his daughter.
Yes. She's not allowed to walk around naked like he does.
That's creepy.
Well, he doesn't do it anymore. I mean, he's a father, you know.
Oh,
but once they're gone, you get your naked room back.
That's right.
Did Kari tell them, the girls, about the whole
that's an interesting question.
Thing
yeah.
and Evil Kita?
My guess would be no. Not until they're grown up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're obviously not grown up.
No.
Like, who at 16 wants to hear, you know, what their parents did in an alternate universe, right?
Evil Kira killed
might.
Daywin. It turned against us. I totally changed Sharess's temples. Yeah, because that's something we're going to tell 16-year-olds.
Just checking.
No, it is something, you know, because Hari is so random, she might have, but no, I don't think she ever would have done that. Not yet.
Well, you did even hint towards something tonight. You said,
yeah, that's what I was saying.
I knew the other
that's why I was wondering.
So it's up to the kids to pick up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I was asking, is if they know about it, because I was going to pick up on it.
No, they don't know anything about it.
Okay.
But obviously you picked up something.
Yeah, so, then we're free to, like, explore a little.
With guards.
That's
right? Guards?
So long as we're protected, right? I mean, that's better than what we had. I look over at Jazz like, I mean, it's not a bad deal.
No, it's not.
Okay. I'm down with this plan.
Okay, Mom. We won't disappoint you.
Kira, insight? Do I need to roll it again?
Sorry.
It's now after 10. Do you want to take a second break, or what?
I want to after everything's been agreed to.
Okay.
So, alright. Kira says, yes, measured freedom with protections, and if anything goes wrong, you return here and you stay here.
And I'm going to run this all by Matthias so that he knows, since he's in charge of the temple. So if you need anything, you will go to him. I don't even care if you did something stupid. Go to him immediately.
When we're able, we'll send messages and let you know where you could send them to us if it's possible. And your Aunt Kari, you could message with them once a month, right?
Oh, yeah. I definitely can do that.
So we'll be checking on you once a month. Randomly.
Don't forget I can see, too. Trust me, I've seen things I wish I hadn't.
Alright, so Kira leaves. She goes and finds her husband. And then, which I don't know where would he be?
Drinking.
He's at the bar drinking with the dwarf.
She,
Singing,
ignores the dwarf for a minute.
Drink, whatever the song was.
Takes the drink from
he's
his...
pretty somber at this point.
No, she takes the drink from his hands, downs it.
Oof, nice.
Curls up, gets in his lap and curls up and says, I really don't know if I like being a mother today.
It's alright. It's time for the baby birds to leave the nest. He kisses her on top of the head and holds her.
So, Kira's not quite ready to let go.
Just think of the fun you'll have torturing this gnome.
There is that. So, in the meantime, once Kira leaves, Lily looks at Aunt Kari and says, so, Aunt Kari, you said something kind of weird a little while ago?
Hang on. I hug her real quick. I say weird things all the time. I've got to go find Matthias, but I will be back and we can continue this discussion. And I kiss her on the cheek, and then I kiss Jazz on the cheek, and I bounce out down the stairs.
Okay, at that, we're taking a break. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Good out. Be right back.